So one of my goals for this year was to record and hopefully release some kind of a commercial library. And I raided the nearby toy store and bought all kinds of slimes that they have. I'll try and add some footage, maybe here or maybe somewhere else. Uh, but anyways, I've been recording a bunch of stuff, kind of experimenting with what I can do in my setting. I'm not definitely a very experienced recordist, so I'm trying to also share my process here and kind of show how much mistakes I do while trying to figure this out. So I've been spending a few weekends on this. The first session, I'll uh, I'll show a clip here. I didn't really have any, it's quite noisy in my room, so I'm trying to figure out how can I record this without any massive noise from the, I have a pretty big street right outside of my window. I don't want to get too much noise from there, just the room tone, etc., and experimenting with cleaning up and, mic position and stuff like that. Yeah, in the first session I didn't really prepare at all. I think one of the key learnings from the first session were that, be cautious of your stereo image. I had a lot of content that was very kind of, fluctuating between left and right channels, which is a bit of a pain to fix. If somebody knows how to do that easy, let me know. Experimenting with the noise. In the first session, I didn't really have any like dampening. I I didn't set up any pillows or blankets, but I've been experimenting with those as well, and we'll see once I get to the cleanup stage how much it actually helps. But I thought, for the time being, I'm mostly interested in trying to figure out what to record and how do I get something that's like worth people's attention. Now I got some pretty basic slime stuff, and I guess the theme of the library might be somewhere between a creature and gore library or something like that, or kind of organic matter. I think it's very, very likely very mutate organic inspired. So I thought I'll just share some of the stuff that I've been recording so far. A lot of this is unprocessed, so you hear a lot of noise and stuff like that, but I guess it's also good to see what raw recordings sound like. I don't know, if I guess the whole point of this is to maybe inspire others to, record even if they have quite suboptimal setting. And I'm only using Sonorous Objects SO4 match pair plus one hydrophone, and just trying to figure out how can I make something that is, usable quality wise, and we'll see. But here's random clips from the recordings that I've done so far. So as you can hear, some of them, especially when you really pitch them down, you can hear that they start to, the echo or the reverb of the room starts to really come through. So at the minute, I'm just trying to kind of figure out how can I place the mics in a way that I get the least noise. Can I build some kind of noise fortress out of blankets and pillows to kind of try and dampen all the early reflections and all that noise? But yeah, and also yeah, how far I can get with just cleanup. But I'll try and share my learnings and experiences here, but we'll see where we get to. So as a kind of like a proof of concept, like what the hell am I recording here and what for? What am I trying to, what could this library be used for? I wanted to try and do like a quick design on this classic God of War dragon clip. And yeah, just use this source to create a dragon vocalization. And I think it worked out pretty well. Could use a little bit more detail and like high-end detail stuff, which I'll have to try and figure out. And a bunch of one of the biggest question marks is like the main roar, or like that very visceral, powerful scream. I really don't know what to record for that source, but I don't know. We'll see. I bought a violin bow, and I guess I'm gonna try and record a bunch of stuff with that. But yeah, here's the proof of concept with these recordings that I've done so far. I'll play it again. And obviously I want to do a pretty thorough like designed section for the library as well. So that's why I'm also trying to experiment early with these different kind of designs and see what kind of stuff would be useful for people and how can I combine these layers that it's not too designed, but you know, basically something that you can throw into your session and you don't have to start, you know, cleaning up or making it louder or anything like that. I guess I would have like a very design section and then a more like a designed construction kit where I've already layered some elements, but it's still meant to be combined with something else. Kind of a quick side note here. Here's another design sound that I just drafted. I think something like this would fall into the over-designed, sequenced section, and you could think the individual layers of this would be the designed, constructed kit, I guess. But yeah, let me know if this is something you would want to hear in a library. Would you want to pay for something like this, or is this too sequenced or too complicated? All right, and back to the other example. So this is without any plugins. This is just the source from the recordings. So I think it already works pretty well, and creature vocalizations are always a pretty good test of source. I think that's one of the areas where source is king. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to do this in a weird like dev vlog type of situation where I'm just experimenting with things. These are not tutorials, but I guess the point is to try and show people that, you know, nobody knows everything. I don't know anything about recording, and I'm just trying to figure it out and get the best quality with the stuff that I have, and I want to share that process with everybody, and hopefully that would inspire or help some folks to start recording themselves as well. and learn about library creation. I know nothing about that, so it might take a while, but hopefully we'll get there in the end. Cool. Thanks.